Shalom, family. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, Neff. How you feeling, brother? Everything good with you, King? Oh, praises. Let me go ahead and get everything set up. Oh, man. Yes, sir. Let me, my tweaking. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Is the sound good? All praises, all praises. I think it is. But, I'm going to double check before I start for real. Oh, praises. Oh, man. I'm glad everybody coming to tap in. The water. And so I got on this topic, right? This girl, she had sent me a TikTok talking about the letting Bibles in school. So, I was like, this is interesting. At first I really wasn't like, but then something just told me like, hey, let's go see what they're talking about, right? So I went to dive into it a little bit more. It's the state of Oklahoma. Board of Education and Bibles. Let me see. I got a few links for it actually. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I said Bible or Bibles in schools. It stays on. All right. So we seeing right here, Oklahoma State Department of Education. Oh, they scrapped the request for 500 when I asked why. So they said he legally can't talk about the ongoing. Oh wow! So they decided to cancel it. I mean, I'm not surprising because it would have been very, very, very tricky. It would have been very, very tricky if they did that. Oh man, I did a whole lesson on it, and they canceled. Well, oh well. That's Oklahoma's bid for classroom starting over. Well, let's go into it. Let's go into the Oklahoma start this week canceled a request for 500 Bibles, a mandate that has caused controversy. Right? Oklahoma State of Education this week canceled a request, the mandate that caused controversy. State representative, he said he couldn't tell because why they had abruptly canceled the bids that were already submitted, adding that it's against the law to talk about the proposals. Because there was a few articles that I had pulled up talking about why they wanted to actually use Bibles in the classroom, right? Let me let me try to pull up the article. I have this somewhere. So here. Boom. All right. Make sure he's still sharing. Yeah, view tab, stream or boom. Make sure we still sharing. All cool. So this was the original plan. Their plan was to Bible funds have Bibles in every classroom essentially. So before they canceled it, it was already approved to purchase. Well, what is this? No, thank you. To purchase Bible for classrooms in the state, and that the board spent a good amount on discussing time of meeting. But this is the reason why, right? They want to do this because it said, well, he said, I believe it's an important historical context for our kids to understand the role the Bible played. And so that 3 million as to provide in the budget in front of you, that you in conjunction with the 3 million we're putting forth currently to provide Bibles in the classroom, said Walter. So this would give us the ability to utilize 6 million in less than 2 years to ensure that the Bible hasn't driven out of Oklahoma classrooms. Shalom, big bro. Oh, Shalom, ooh that name, ooh man, what's this ad that's on? Oh man, we gotta kill that. Tripping. View tab on stream. Yeah, they tripping. Shalom, sis. I feel like I said it wrong last time. Hefziba. Salaki if I'm getting it wrong. Hey, I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right one day. I don't think I got it right that time, to be honest. And shalom, family. Shalom, everybody in the chat. But yeah, so essentially what they were saying is that shalom Nakawash. They were saying that dang, every time I leave here, it's gone. That it was good for historical account, right? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this tab right now. That it was good for an historical account. So that let us know that even them, that these other nations, even nations that's oppressing us, they understand that this Bible has some truth in it, right? And they understand. And here's the cool thing about it, right? Oh man, look, hey, can you you know how like hey when you try to pronounce something and they put it like a verb, like a sound dash sound dash sound. Yeah, Baba Kashav, please. Okay, I don't want to keep getting your name wrong. I feel bad, but as I was saying, like it's showing that they know the historical part of the Bible to be true. And I was thinking, hey, this could be for them. It could be a real problem. For imagine all the Israelites growing up in school knowing that hey, the history part of the Bible is true. If the history part about the historical part of the Bible true, what makes everything else? Why would that only part of the Bible be true? It will cause a lot of issues, but it also make it for the Israelites a lot easier to have a conversation too, especially with the younger youth that they have to. It said from grades 5 through 12 in another article that they planned on putting these Bibles in. So having that foundation, knowing that the historical part of the Bible being true, it'll be easier to talk about. And be like, all right, that part true. Why wouldn't this part be true? So this book half fake and half real it's not making sense. So for the Israelite children that's attending these schools who don't know who they are, I believe they've realized that it'll be a lot easier to have a connection with them. Hefzibah. Hefzibah? Is that it? Hefzibah? Lord, when I got it right. Because that's it. Hey, I'm about to remember it. I'm about to go back and screenshot it so I can not forget it for real. But yeah, it'll be too easy for conversation. And because these things that our people like to say that the Bible is a fake book, that these miracles didn't happen, these miracles didn't exist, they can all be proven. Dang, close. How'd I get it wrong and you put it up? Oh man. I'm gonna work on my Hebrew. I need to work on my Hebrew because I'm messing up. I'm lacking. I'm lacking Salakia, sis. But like a lot of our people, they like to continue to say the Bible isn't real, or like these miracles aren't didn't really happen. But we can see certain instances, certain miraculous events that happen in the Bible. We can find the proof of it. And we can find the proof of it today, right? I'm gonna I'm gonna go to Genesis 7 real quick. I'm gonna bring up Genesis 7 in Blue Letter Bible. Dismiss. Let's go to Genesis 7. It's talking about the floods. Let me see. All right, we can just start from the top. I'll make sure y'all see the screen. All praises, all praises. Salaki, hey Big Brute, the water for the super chat. We really appreciate you, King. Salaki, I had looked past and I said nothing. But Genesis chapter 7 and verse 1, right? And the Lord said unto Noah, Come, thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean beast thou shalt take thee by sevens, the males and his females, and of beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female. You see, I like to go right here to show that we still had some type of law even before Moses. Because how do we know? How do we know what's clean and what's unclean among the beasts? But that's another point, right? Of the fowls of the air by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And every living substance that I have made will I destroy off from the face of the earth. And Noah did according unto all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood of the waters was upon the earth. So he was 600 years old when the earth flooded, right? So people be like, "Oh, that didn't happen." We have archaeology. We have archaeology to prove it. Because if the flood didn't happen, how is it that there are fish fossils on the top of mountains, right? Fish. I want to say it's on what Mount Everest to be correct. Boom. Let me share this tab instead. It says, in fact, according to NASA, the presence of limestone and ocean marine fossils on the mountain was a key piece to evidence that advanced. Let's see what they're talking about. It's saying, why are there marine fossils at the top? Oh man, these ads. Oh man, close. No, I don't care about that. The more we know, the stranger it seems. Human nature developed. This is also true. I got plenty not long ago. All right, not too long ago, a Facebook user made waves when he posted screenshots claiming that the marine fossils found at the top of Mount Everest prove the biblical global flood, which Noah was able to escape. Claims like this about the marine fossils found in the Himalayas, such as the photos above, have been around on social media for several years. All right, and it's talking about Noah's Ark. We can pull up Noah's Ark too. Mount Everest images. So we are seeing these things, right? Like we're saying history, archaeology to prove the history that this is only one event. That events like this, such as the major flood, did happen, right? Exactly, Yahoo. It had to been flooded. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it whatsoever. It had to be a flood. I don't see how you can say it's not a flood. We understand fish is not jumping. No, come on now. Yeah, we got the ark right there. Let me go back to Genesis. Oh, boom, tripping. Salakia, y'all. I'm just at 600 days, and it was Salakia. Genesis chapter 7, verse 6. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of the waters was upon the earth, and it just keeps going on into the story. And the rain was upon them 40 days, 40 nights. That's one major event that happened. Also, we can go to another one as well, dealing with, the Red Sea, the Exodus, right? Let's go to Exodus 14 and get into that. Salakia. It says, Exodus chapter 14, verse 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back. And the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all the Pharaoh horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning, watch, the Lord looked into the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And this is the point right here. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come up upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And the reason that's important because we understand that a moment like this is significant in the Bible because one, essentially everything, the Exodus is a main catalyst, is one of the main catalysts in the Bible, right? Because that's essentially because that's how we're known. Hey, that's how we're known through our God, the God of Israel who freed them from the Egyptians. That's still how the Most High got. That's still how the Most High got known. So an event like that would have archaeology with it to prove it. That's how people get their fear, right? So let's go into Let me go back to Google and pull this up, right? Because people can always argue he say she say, but you can't argue actual proof, actual evidence, actual history. Chariots under the Red Sea. Share this tab. Is exactly like Brother Neff said, his name got magnified through that. Like you said, Big Bro. All people argue he say she say, but they don't want to. They don't want to deal with the actual facts. And what we're doing, which is amazing. I see why they decided to not go through with putting these Bibles in schools, because it'd be real bad, because especially the young Israelite children who decide to, all right, mom, dad, grandma always talking about the Bible. It's already in class. We already looking at it as history. Let them read more into it. It can get real bad for them. I mean, I understand why. I understand why they did it. Well, yeah, look at these though. Under the Red Sea. What it say in Exodus 14:26? And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come up again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. So we're seeing chariots. How can these facts be denied? How? When it comes to proving the historicity of the Bible, like how? Exactly, like, and these are just two small things. There's plenty of things we can go into to prove the historicity of the Bible. These are just two major events. I feel like everybody will try to combat, like, man, it's miraculous that didn't happen. Like, we have the proof. And just think about it. Why do every so-called major religion have a flood story? Because post-flood, everybody's a descendant of Noah. Therefore, everybody's going to have some type of. They're going to have their own spin on the flood story based upon their ancestors. Sean may say it different from Ham, may say it different from Jack. They all going, but they understand it's the same situation, the same story. Not the same exact story, but the same event. They just told different stories about it. But that's why every so-called major religion have a great flood story, because it is. It's true. Their ancestors experienced it. All right. It says your brother has lost connection to your screen share audio. Hey, can y'all hear me? We still good? I got a notification saying my audio is messed up. Put one in your chat if you still hear me. Baba Kasha. Oh, it's the water. All right. I don't know what my laptop talking about. But yeah, like these are just simple things. These are just simple things. We can even go into the to what the papyrus happens when it's talking about how Amanisi killed the slave overseer named Nethro. As a matter of fact, let me try to find that for y'all, since we're going into history. We're going into history. Let's go into this papyrus. Let me see. Boom. Papyrus salt, not a papyrus. All right. I'm gonna pull this up for y'all. Go to all. Please like, share, and subscribe. The Water family. Like, share, subscribe. If it's on your heart, you can see the connection. Connection. Kind. Kind. Let me what's the exact link I have found? Tripping. Slovakia. It was one of these links. I can't even find it no more. Pepper salt. Slovakia. It wasn't Penich. Dang, I wish I had the actual oh yeah, right here, boom. I'm just gonna talk about Nefbro who died. No. It's a little further down. Tell the two brothers right here, boom. And some consider the Tell the Two Brothers may be referring to the dynastic difficulties of the period, but more evidence of the destruction comes from the details of a feud in the workers of the village. And the Pepper Salt, dated beginning of the 20th dynasty, records one of the chief workmen, Nethro, died and was replaced in his adopted brother, accused of Peneb of numerous serious crimes, including rape, theft, attempted murder, bribery, and corruption. According to the document, Neferup had previously complained about the behavior to the vizier and mostly who had punished Peneb. However, Peneb successfully complained to Mose or Mice or possibly Amanisi himself. The reason it's important to talk about how a chief workman had died or was murdered because it goes back to into the story of Moses in Exodus. It's Exodus 2. When he whacked them for his people, right? Exodus chapter 2 and verse 11. And in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked and saw on their burdens, he spied an Egyptian smiting in Hebrew one of his brethren. So you see this Egyptian beating on his folks for real. And he looked this way and that way, to the left and to the right, make sure, hey, anybody who need to be seen don't need to be seeing this. And he saw that there was no man, had everything good, and we got the green light. He slew the Egyptian and hit him in the sand. And this is a connection. And this is a connection we have. And there's all type of archaeology to prove the historicity of the Bible. He looked this way, that's where he put him in the sand. You can't tell me this is not our people. The water enough. The water. I truly appreciate it, man. I truly appreciate it. For real. So we looking and seeing that these historical accounts is really invalidating the Bible. It's really validating the Bible. And this would be bad because, like I said, hey, you put it in schools. You put it in schools, especially up in Oklahoma when they don't already got nothing to do for real. I mean, I got a brother in Oklahoma, but I mean, he'll be all right. He'll agree with me. There ain't really nothing to do up there in Oklahoma. The kids gonna be like, all right, they'll probably get done doing their sports, probably have some homework, go into the Bible. And Lord willing, hey, the Spirit hop on them to, all right. It's crazy how you want to give. If you're going to give a class based on the history of the Bible, you're gonna have to look in the Torah. You're going to have to look in the Torah. I agree. Esau ain't gonna teach you right. But in one of the articles I was reading, they was using it mainly for history. Let me pull it up so I can just show y'all. It was just on bad that page that kept acting up. Let me see. And that page that wouldn't stop with the ads and whatnot. I'm gonna try to get it back up. Let me see. I'm tripping. All right, copy and pull this tab back up. Boom. Paste and go. Share this tab. Yeah, I don't know why I keep. Man, I just want to go back to the article. All right. Boom, you're right here on this paragraph. It says, I believe it's important for historical context for our kids to understand the role the Bible played. And then the scroll down said, what? Some board members raised questions about the Bibles and how they will be used in the classroom. Walter said they will be used as historical documents with no commentary. This is about its historical context, its literary value. It is not to proselytize. It is not to put one religion over another. It is a context in American history. No, blah, blah, blah. Then it goes into like gun bills and school security and whatnot. But we understand Esau is not gonna we understand Esau not gonna teach it. We understand they're not gonna teach you right. The church ain't been teaching the right since its conception. So no. Well, the Christian church, I'm gonna say that the Christian church hasn't been teaching the right since its conception. Whether it's Catholics or Protestants, they ain't been doing it. So we understand, but they're trying to use it strictly as a history book. It makes it a lot easier for us to have conversation with, all right, you know the Bible real, right? Do you believe in the Bible? All right, if you believe in this part of the Bible, why not this part of the Bible? All right, you believe what the Bible says. Let me show you the Bible was talking about a specific group of people. They understand that doing this could be, it could jumpstart another, what is a quote unquote Israelite awakening moment type deal. Like how a lot of people find out they're Israelites after the Kendrick Down album. Oh, my fault. Like I'm just reading comments. But yeah, we already know Esau ain't gonna teach you right. But the point is, it's not for them to teach you right. It's just making it easier for our people to have a better understanding of, all right, this book has validity to it. A lot of our people don't. I ain't gonna say a lot of our people. I encounter some of our people who don't believe in the Bible because they feel like it's fake. So we can just nip that it's fake part in the bud. You gotta use a different excuse. All right. And I saw earlier that one of the issues they had with the Bibles that was going to be used was because they were quote unquote Trump endorsed Bibles, right? And so I ended up trying to figure out, all right, so what's so different about this Trump endorsed Bible? I want to know. We got a lot of people say, "Hey, we got the wrong Bible. If we got the wrong Bible, what Bible is the Trump endorsed Bible?" These are the questions I be thinking about, right? Let me boom, pull this up real quick. Let me share this tab. This the Trump is selling a God bless the USA Bibles for $60, right? This is just so wicked. This crazy. Let me get rid of this ad. NBA Cup. We ain't stunting that, right? But they had a problem because this was the Bible that they was trying to put into the schools. Let me see. Trump who became nominee. USA Bob USA. That's just so crazy. God bless the USA Bible. That's the Bible Trump. God bless the USA Bible. That's how we know they don't have no understanding. That's how we know they don't have no understanding. How can you read Revelation 18? How can you read Revelation and be like, oh, you know what? God gonna bless America. God bless USA. No, y'all don't have no understanding what's going on. Y'all don't even understand how to connect it to Babylon, the land of confusion. This is how we know it's land of confusion, right? I had so like they're supposed to being mad that Trump is talking about he's gonna make America two genders again. That is confusion. The fact that a country is getting mad at a man for saying, you know what, hey, all this extra stuff gone. I'll make it two genders again. That's confusion. That is straight up confusion. One thing for sure, it ain't gonna have a. Oh yeah, we already know. We already know, and the powder paint gonna be in it. For a fact, we already know that. Ain't no way they gonna do it. Man, this cup keep popping up, right? Boom. Let's see. Read more. Let me go down to the. All right, cool. Boom, right? So we're gonna get into it. All Americans need a Bible in their homes, and I have many. It's my favorite book. Trump said in a video posted on Truth Social. I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again. Yeah, let's make Israel pray again. We ain't worried about. Let's make Israel the Black, Hispanic, Native, Seminole, Indian, and them the folks who got to get back right. We got the ones to repent and pray again. That's what we really need to pray again. Billing itself as the only Bible endorsed by President Trump. The New Ventures website calls it easy to read with large print and a slim design that invites you to explore God's word anywhere and anytime. Besides the King James Version translation, so all right, we seeing they're gonna have the KJV. It includes copies of the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance, as well as a handwritten chorus of the famous Greenwood song. Come on now. Exactly, like they playing with the Bible now. They playing with the Bible. I see the angle. Put it in this the version you want in schools because we're gonna talk about the history. Then you're gonna talk about we're gonna have the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, Declaration. Like man, ain't none of that going on. But that's crazy though. Just think of the pride of these people to know this book is real because they want to put it in there for history, right? Know this book is real. That means you have to understand this book is for a specific group of people. And that means you know it's about their laws, their culture. And then you're gonna put your laws and try to force your culture into this book. Man, and that's why he's called Satan, right? That's why they are called Satan. Matter of fact, let me pull that up. Revelation 12. All right, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out. That old serpent was called the devil. Well, that we understand that great dragon. It's not an actual dragon. The revised Roman Empire, essentially the Western European Native America. We can go into that later. That y'all want a class on that. The old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Boom, let's go into here. That word Satan. Da-da-da. Adversary. One who opposes one another purpose or act. They are an adversary. And this is something that the adversary would do. They would take your history and corrupt it. They would take your history and corrupt it for real. And we see it, but they understand what they're doing. Never be surprised by what our adversary, our enemies, what our oppressors are actually doing to us. This is nothing new. And they're not sleep with it, right? So we're gonna I'm going to I got some Bible verses to pull out before we even go. Because even then, right, not pulling out, but like, I ain't gonna say that. Inserting their Constitution, Bill of Rights, it really shouldn't mean anything because Proverbs 3:31, this is something we're told, right? It says, envy not thy oppressor and choose none of his ways. All right. Once our people, and that's the thing, once our people truly understand who we are and have this Bible and look at this Bible and read this Bible for real, we understand we're still being oppressed. Even as someone who don't understand they're Israelite. This is Proverbs, a book of wisdom. It is wise to just not follow your oppressor. Anybody who truly want to learn to be like, you know what? Hey, this makes sense. Why follow the oppressor? Why would I do that? Why would I want to celebrate your days? Because all your days is really just memorable for the days you overcame us. Example, Thanksgiving. Our people forget, hey, a lot of our people got murdered. The Native Americans, some of the Indians, we got slaughtered for real. But yet, they happy doing Thanksgiving. Like, that's so crazy to me. As many quote unquote black folks that I know who claim, hey, I got Indian in me. But y'all over here happy as hell keeping Thanksgiving. That ain't disrespectful to you. And then I hate we ain't celebrating Thanksgiving, we just all off and want to get like, man, y'all off the whole week. Y'all can get together on a Monday. Y'all off the whole damn week. Y'all can get together on a Monday, Tuesday. Y'all can get together on the Saturday. Why Thursday then? Exactly. In 4th of July, we were still slaves. 1776, man, your black ass was still picking cotton. Come on. But hey, our people so silly, they couldn't throw something on with a flag in it. Proud to be an American. No, you were still a slave back then. 1776, you were still in the field picking cotton. You over here celebrating their days, man. It's crazy, but that's why it says, hey, choose none of their ways. Let's go to Jeremiah 10. And verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen is made at them. That's another thing. Like, we gotta really not learn these. Don't learn these. We're told not to learn their ways. But you see what they're trying to do? All right, boom. we're going to apply our law, statute, and commandments into their Bible, so they try to make it as one. No, we ain't going for it, and that's why I'm glad I'm glad they decided not to do that, because they're trying to play a game with it. But here's the crazy thing about it, right? They would love to say that slavery's been abolished, right? If slavery been abolished, slavery is no longer existing. Slavery is abolished. Let's go into the 13th Amendment then. 13th Amendment. And we're gonna read. They should have this excerpt in their quote unquote God bless the USA Bible. They're gonna have a constitution in it. They're gonna have the Bill of Rights in it. So they should have this in it as well. It says the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution provides that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or in any place subject of their jurisdiction. So legally, you can be slave for being punished for a crime. That's in their amendment, but yet they're going to tell us, man, slavery done away with. Man, go ahead and forget about that. No, slavery still exists. How we know slavery still exists? What group of people leads the prison population? It's us, the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We're the people who lead the prison population, right? And then check this. Check this, right? What nation leads the world's prison population? It's America. America leads the world in prison population, and we lead the prison population of the world in America. And by that, we're still slaves. We're still slaves. Because ain't no way you're just going to be like, oh, we just happen to commit more crime than everybody else. No, I refuse to believe that. We're being targeted. Exactly. They pass laws to criminalize being. It's like, man, everything is. They try to make a hate speech. The so-called, you know, we're gonna avoid using. We're gonna say 48ers. That's a good one. Them folks. Can't say nothing about them. I can't say anything about them. Or what that uses the word anti-Semitic, right? But if you look at that, it's talking about the descendants of Shem. But we ain't gonna go too deep into that though. You feel me? I'm gonna go too deep into that. But going back to like, man, we're still slaves. And this is a cool thing about like they don't even understand how easily they can get caught up into their own lie by doing that. But also here's another thing is too though. They understand who we are. They understand who we are. The regular so-called white man, he may not know, but the ones with powers for real, they know who we are. They understand who they is. Like, why you think they got pork and toothpaste? Is that like, come on now? You got all types of Shemitic people. All types of Shemitic people. It ain't just them. But they acting like it's only applying to the 1948ers. Right? But that's just how they is though. That's just how they is. They're trying to look out for their own. But I mean, I get it because I want to look out for my own people too. I agree with you. I agree with you. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised they do that. But like anything to keep us away. Like example, drill music went up in Chicago. Boom, Jacksonville copied the drill scene. And the way they copy, you can't just copy the music, you gotta live it. So now, hey, that drill scene that was going on in Chicago is now going on in Jacksonville. And that was really that's really how hey, brothers want to blow up. You could blow up not rapping about killing your own people. They make it hard for you to blow up, but you can do it. But they understand that they don't program our people to think the only way we can truly be successful is through some form of entertainment, whether sports entertainment, being an athlete, or entertainment such as being a movie actor, something. Even music, it's still entertainment to them. That's how they view us. But they understand who we are, and they want to keep us on the bottom, right? Let's let me go here real quick. Okay, Judith, GNT. Yeah, let's do it this way. All right. Lord, when y'all see, we good. All praises. Shalom, son. This is the book of Judith, chapter 5. I'm going to verse 20. Sir, if these people are now sinning against their God, even unknowingly, and if we can be sure that they are guilty of some offense, we can successfully attack them. And that's what's happening to us right now. That's what's happening to the Israelites. That's what's happening to the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native, Seminole, Indian. We're being attacked right now. With the quote-unquote war on drugs, that was a war on us for real. The Civil Rights Movement, Jim Crow, they've been at war with us since they've been at war with us. You could say we've been at war for the past 500 years. Right? Think about it. If they would have done this to any other nation, you think them people would just be like, "Oh, you right, you got them." They're gonna crash out. Just think about it, right? The not the hate crime, but what I want to say about the South Asian hate, like when they had died, they made a whole bill because they understand China wasn't about to play with their own people going out like that. But yet, when it comes to us, they understand who we are. They understand that we don't really have no real alliance out here. They understand we're on our own. You feel me? Let's go to Well, I'm gonna finish reading this verse, and I'm gonna go to the verse I'm thinking about. In Jude chapter 5, verse 21. But if they have not disobeyed the law of their God, then you should leave them alone, or he will defend them, and we will be disgraced before the whole world. So they understand as long as we are good with our God, they can't do nothing to us. But it also said, hey, even if it says what? Salakia. If they're sinning against their God, even unknowingly, right? So we don't even gotta know we sinning. Even unknowingly, pork and toothpaste. Why is pork and toothpaste? Come on now. Like stuff like that. Like, man, they put pork in soap. I'll be like, man, what? Come on. Ain't nothing that great about pork. Like, oh, pork is just a super ingredient that everything needs. No, y'all know it's not. Let's hit this right. Leviticus 11. Leviticus 11 and verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you. We can't even touching it is a sin. touching pork is a sin. But like I said, hey, pork everywhere. They understand we touch it, we in sin. And Esau is terrified because they understand what can happen once we really get right. Like you said, hey, like you said, it's diabolical, diabolical, man. But they understand what can happen if we get right. But see, the thing is though, even we knew back then we was why we was on the bottom. Well, I ain't gonna say us as a nation, but we had people who knew. Hold on, I'm gonna say three holy children. Verse 14, if I'm correct. I'm going off the top of my head. RSV, nah, give me the KJV. Yeah. So this is in the Apocrypha, the prayer Azariah, or Psalm. It's called other Apocryphas. It's called Song of Three Holy Children. Like on my Bible app, on my Bible KJVA app, it says the prayer Azariah, but in my Apocrypha, it says Three Holy Children. Oh man, they got it up like this. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like this. Hold on. Oh, y'all can even see it. Oh, y'all can see it. Yeah, we ain't rocking with that. I'm trying to just find the words for it. Slovakia. Boom. All right, cool. What verse 13? Three holy children. No, 14. For we, O Lord, are become less than any nation and be kept under this day in all the world because of our sins. So even there, like we have this understanding, as long as we sin, we're gonna keep being at the bottom. And we're gonna keep being at the bottom. But if sin is keeping us at the bottom, the question I asked, if sin is keeping us at the bottom, what's going to get us at the top? We understand it's keeping this law. And that's why I love this chapter so much, Deuteronomy 30. This is really one of my favorites. Deuteronomy chapter 30, I'm going to start from the top. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee. So we're going to remember. That's what it says when it's called to mind among all the nations. No matter where we at, how we're over here in Babylon, we're going to remember we're Israelites. How people over there in the United Kingdom, they're going to remember they're Israelites. How people over there in Canada, Toronto, they're going to remember they're Israelites. No matter where we are, no matter where the Most High God put us, we're going to remember. And shall return to the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thy heart and with all thy soul. It's talking about repenting and, keeping the laws. That then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee. So we have to do that first. We have to understand who we are, and we have to start keeping the commandments, us and our children. Then it says that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity, will end our captivity, and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations where the Lord thy God has scattered thee. And that's talking about salvation. Because what is salvation? It's being delivered from our enemies. But in order to get that, we have to go back to doing this. We shall obey his voice according to all that I commanded thee this day. That's how we get out of it. That's how we receive our salvation. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of the heavens, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee. and from thence will he fetch thee. That just is that, like, hey, no matter how far you are, the most High gonna get you and bring you back. Because it ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough. Essentially the same thing. Essentially, it's exactly waking up the dry bones. All praises, all praises. Oh, verse 5. And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. We won't be getting active in the land. A lot of people say we ain't gonna be doing that, but the house we want to multiply. It's talking about us being in the land as well. It's not no sky. We're going to be in the actual land, not the heaven and the sky and clouds. In verse 6. And the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed to love the Lord with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. That's us getting to the new covenant, when we are going to be keeping his laws automatically. Second thought, without second thought, like it's just going to be second nature to us. All right, but here's the part that they don't want. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. That's the part that they don't want. The curses that's going to be on them. Which curses? Deuteronomy 28 curses, right? Because this is essentially what they did. This is essentially what they're doing to us right now. Boom. We can find one. Let me see. Boom. It's 28:28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. We can go downtown and see our people bugged out, hopeless. That's not going to be us no more. That's going to be these other nations. That's going to be a curse they got to deal with. You feel me? Become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations. The same way that they have something for us, we're going to have something for them. The strength that is within thee get up above thee very high, and they shall come down very low. Oh, Salakia. I ain't even reading the verses. It's Salakia. But I'm glad I got the you see, hey, this is why I like to share my screen, because sometimes I just be going. I'll be like, man, I realize I ain't even saying that. I ain't saying book, chapter, verse, but I'm glad y'all keeping up. But this is just an example. This is an example of the verses, curses, Salakia, and that we're gonna be relieved from. I'm going back to Deuteronomy 30. Well, like the brother Neff said, Baba Kashah, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share the video. So, I appreciate y'all tuning in. But like we found out at the beginning of the class 3 days ago, they recently decided to cancel this. So, to answer the question, they're letting Bibles in the schools? No, because they understand they're going to do more damage than good on the long run, proving that the Bible have validity to it. Oh, praise! I'm gonna stay on for a little bit, see if brothers and sisters have questions. We can chop it up a little bit. Yeah, that's the end of my lesson, though. What would y'all like for me? Yeah, I'm still the Black and Zummer idea. What would y'all like for me to go into? What would be a good lesson y'all want? Let me know. The water, not for real. Why your forehead is so big? Ooh, that's cool. No, why don't you have a picture of yourself on there? That's the real question. Big Brew, the Great Dragon. All right. You talking about the one Revelation 12, right? Yeah. I'm gonna put that down. Great Dragon returning into the wilderness. Turning into the wilderness. Uh, class on what? Enoch is not scripture. All right. Yeah, there's so many contradictions in the book of Enoch. Ooh, the BA and spirit. That's on some brothers. That's right. We can do one on that one too. I ain't gonna drop no names though. I may whisper it. Shalom, Kodah. Shalom, Travis Issachar. Shalom. Yeah, yeah. We already know the book of Enoch. Tissue paper. You know, my father would say a different type of paper, but I'm trying to keep it clean on here. But hey, we can go in, give brother specific breakdowns. The water, Kodash, the water for real. And instead of just the book of Enoch, I may just go into all the books. Enoch, Jasher. I had just recently found out, someone going to the book of Adam and whatnot. I was like, all right. So I've been diving into that too. And so I may just do instead of just the book of Enoch on pseudo apocryphal books. I'm getting my vocabulary up, y'all. Hey, I'm proud of myself. Y'all understand? Hey, I failed language arts. I ain't gonna say I failed it, but shout out to my teachers that passed me. Now I'd be like, this nigga speaking. All praise, all praise. I'm sitting for a few more minutes. That one wild. Which one? I feel like all them books wild. Oh, the water enough. The water. Hey, all praises go to the Most High. I'm just glad to be a vessel. For real, I'm just glad to be a vessel, man. The water. Like I said, we all growing together. We all growing together. Well, the book. It's just the book of Enoch or the book of Jasher with mermaids and whatnot. It's crazy. 120, 100 something foot giants. Like, come on, making babies with regular sized women. It ain't making no sense. But yeah, I'm gonna do a deep dive into it. On the book of Adam. Yeah, that's crazy. I glossed over a few chapters of it, skimmed through it. It's wild to be honest. The book of Lilith, I haven't dove into that one. I haven't dove into that one. Big Bro, you was a bug out. You was a bug out. That's what I'm hearing. All praise to the Most High, Lord. Hey, He delivered you from that. You over here believing in giants, 140-foot giants and whatnot, and mermaids. But I know who you are, so I can see you though. I can see just a little bit. But all praise to the Most High for delivering you. Hey, look, I know who you are behind the letter B on your screen, man. I can see it. I can see it. I'm just playing, brother. I'm just playing. Exactly. No. Hey, so like, hey, man. Hey, put a picture up, man. You over there hiding. You talking cash and hiding, man. Yeah. All praises. I mean, look. You funny, man. You funny. But all right, family. You said I just read it. I'm gonna throw one up. You funny. But all right, fam. That's it. Hey, we just chopping it up. I appreciate the suggestions. No, Revelation 12 breakdown. Us going into the wilderness and pseudo-apocryphal books. I'm gonna start going into that, family. Oh, can't forget the BAN. Hey, we ain't gonna say no names, but if you know, you know that BAN class is gonna be something serious. It's gonna be very entertaining. I don't know how soon it's coming though. Not next week. Well, not for me next week. Maybe a little later though. But with that, I like to give all honor, praises, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.